Hey, brothers and sisters, look at this. This doesn't even do it justice, but how crazy this hair is. There's no one in my family that's bald, so I just have a crazy mane and tail to worry about. Anyway, brothers and sisters, how are you doing? If you haven't heard already, all my camera gear is broken. I went to Monterey. I was sent there for work, and while I was there, this gust of wind came out of nowhere, and I was taking a picture. You can see it on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Kameron Fader. And this huge gust of wind knocked over my tripod. The camera went, and then it landed right on a rock, and it's dead. And I shed a few tears that day. But I'm shooting everything on my iPhone so I can still keep you guys up to date. There's a bunch of big things that are happening and a whole bunch of stuff. I've been so crazy busy, but I wanted to tell you all the updates. There's so much happening this weekend. Is the annual Apostafest of 2019. Actually starting today. I'm shooting this on Friday. I will be there Saturday and Sunday. So 12th through the 14th. I'll be there the 13th and the 14th. In campsite 111 in South Lake Tahoe, Camp Richardson. Camp Richardson is dope because there's like an ice cream shop there, and you're really close to the water. And there's a Starbucks and stuff nearby. Not that I really like Starbucks, but it's convenient. Within like a 20-minute drive or less. So I'm hoping to see you guys very, very soon. You guys, you brothers and sisters, I get to see you all. I'm super hyper. I've been 2 days off of caffeine, and I'm getting back to my natural, normal hyperness. I'm about ready to get these hairs cut because it's gonna be cutting these hairs like losing 10 pounds off the top of your head. Anyway, updates. Again, follow me on Instagram. There's a post. What I said, I'll leave the information down below. There's some other, I need my stand so I can talk. I'm very expressive. I need this little thing. Look at this. Fancy. So fucking fancy. Okay. Wait, that's not gonna work. How do I? Okay. We'll just have to do that. I've got it on my bobblehead. My little bobblehead. My roommate gave it to me can you see it? Yeah. My roommate gave it to me back when Star Wars was okay, and now it's not okay. But, holy shit. Okay. Update on SB 360. I've had a bunch of episodes that were already filmed and shot on my old DSLR, but as you know, like not only the DSLR went down, but also my computer stopped turning on, and then the screen stopped turning on as well. So it was a pretty hard hitter. If you can spare a few dollars, I think with almost 3 years of vlogging under my belt, and working very hard to change the laws to really kick Watchtower and all of the massive culty religions that are pervy in the balls, I think I'm in a position to ask for some help. So I have a link to my GoFundMe down below. If any spare dollars that you can send my way, I'd be massively, massively grateful. And then follow me on Instagram and tell me you sent me something, and I'll send a huge thank you to you. I really do appreciate it. Get me back on my feet. But it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop vlogging. It just means I can't take as many beautiful videos, and then the iPhone is pretty limited, especially like if we're going to the Capitol and filming the events, but there's some help there too. Anyway, SB 360, I already shot all of this, so I'm retelling you right now. When it went to the Senate floor, Portantino, he's a massive Catholic follower at the Capitol. I'm gonna try to link some articles down below so you can see him. He opposed the bill heavily and almost got it taken down. Of course, he has a huge bias because he's fucking Catholic. And anyway, it passed the floor as of several weeks ago, about a month ago. So that vlog will never probably see the day. But as of a few days ago this week, I have some very good news, some very crazy news, and some good news going forward on what's the update with SB 360. So, and if you don't know what SB 360 is, I'll leave a link below. That's basically, we found the legal loophole. So the CCLA scars and myself and a brother who's incognito, I can't really come out just yet, but I knew him growing up, and that's all I can say, just to protect his identity and his family, because they're all woke right now, but they're also incognito because they're still holding on to a few ties. Like, you know how that feels for a few people that you want to save, maybe some family members who might wake up. At this point, I think it's like false hope right now, and I'm pretty sure they're going to come out soon. I can't wait to do an interview with all of them because they mean so much to me. I spent my first Christmas with them, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we found the loopholes by looking at legal cases that Watchtower and other churches like Catholics, Mormons, how they were hiding and covering child abuse and getting away with it. Because we're like, this is fucking disgusting. They need to fucking stop because these guys are nasty. So how do we do it? We found out it's called clergy penitent privilege. I have several videos on my YouTube channel that I'm going to link at the end of this video and in the description that you can go check out about clergy penitent privilege. That's what they do, is they claim that if a victim or if someone who abused somebody comes forward and says, hey, I touched these 30 kids, they're protected under church and holy law to not be reported by the church. Whether that's Jehovah's Witnesses, Catholic, Scientology, Mormons, like the list goes on and on. This affects everyone in America, but primarily I'm in California. We're attacking California. So we can hopefully make a model that this can be repeated in all the states and really kick religion in the balls, because we're not trying to change we're not trying to change doctrine. We're trying to change the behaviors, and the behaviors are having an impact on society, and it's a public safety issue. It is bullshit at this point. So I myself is a victim, and we had several senators the first time we brought this to the hearing. We had Senator Hannah Beth Jackson and Nancy Skinner, beautiful, like, pillars of society, what women should really have as role models, and open-minded. They destroyed, single-handedly destroyed. You can see these clips on my Instagram. I'll even actually, and there's one I didn't post. I should post that. But they single-handedly destroyed the California Catholic Conference, Andrew Rivas, who's a cunt, and then, Andrew Snyder, who's of the Pacific Justice Institute, who represents a ton of religions, who he does not say what their names are. So that actually, based off of some research and some scrutinizing, rationalizing data in our heads, we think that the J-dubs are behind that as well. We had a group meeting where, like, based off this evidence and that evidence, we think that this guy's representing a huge fuck ton of religions. So we found that loophole, and we're like, this is disgusting, needs to be exposed, and needs to be banished, needs to be done away with. Anyone who has a brain and anyone who knows that child abuse is disgusting and it's abhorred, it doesn't matter what your religion is, it should be reported. So in the very, very rare instance that a child abuser comes forward and is like, I touched that little kid, which is extremely rare, they should be reported. Besides a clergy penitential communication, that should not be holy. We're not trying to, with the way the oh my God. Okay, we're gonna roll with this. Normally I would cut that out of the video because I'd have something to edit on. I don't right now. Let's see how much I can do on my phone. Okay. Okay, so we're still rolling. We're still keep going forward. Let me see, can I get this to stand? No, my bobblehead fell down. Man, this is really distracting. This is why I edit my videos, because, oh no, did he break? Oh, his feet popped off. Little Skywalker. Back. See, I was fine, just random note, I was fine with, I'm a huge geek, so I was fine with Star Wars, the new one where Han Solo is in it, the last one that he's in, and they introduced the new boring characters. I was fine with all of that. And it was cool, like, doing all the changes. And Rogue One was amazing. That was dope. That was a really good, like, awesome film. All the Star Wars after that were just fucking terrible. It felt like someone way too far on the left side was interjecting their points and replacing all interesting characters with more boring characters. So that's why I lost interest. So, and Solo, I saw it. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't amazing. It was all right. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Thanks for hanging out. There's a subscribe button below if you want to see more of this crazy content. This is me not even on caffeine, so if I've had a proper amount of sleep, I act like a nutbag. So a lot of people are like, where do you get your energy from? I'm just grateful to be alive. We're talking about clergy penitential privilege, and I remember. Anyway, what has happened is in the last week, and we're super excited about this, and super kind of really knowing what we're dealing with, is that the Catholic, it's mainly, I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness. I know that their laws, and from talking to elders recently and getting to fess up about my own abuse case, and some stuff that I can't really say on camera yet because I'm talking to lawyers, but these elders are disgusting, but they're so brainwashed. They believe so blindly that what they're doing is for God and the greater of humankind, that it's okay if a few children they in their words, stuff happens, crap happens. And in my words, yes, stuff happens, but we need to do everything that we can to prevent that stuff from happening and to take the abusers and do something about them. So hiding your policies, and lying to your followers is gross, it's disgusting. So the Catholics happen to be the ones to proudly stand up and be like this to everybody and lie to their followers. So what they're saying since the beginning, I have an episode looking up several of their articles where they're lying to their followers. And mind you, Catholics have 1.3 billion fucking members that they can lie to. That's a huge powerhouse. We're talking like half a dozen to a dozen activists who are ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. So that's why we really need your help. It's because there's just a handful of us doing a fuck ton of work, and we're all, like, none of us are making a profit. Like, my camera gear went down, like, there's nothing to replace that. Gas, food, all of it's on us. So any support you can, we really, really, really appreciate you. Because we're doing this for the actual greater good. The way Catholics are twisting this in all their articles is they're saying that we're saying that anything in a penitential, clergy, privileged conversation, so confession, is no longer sacred or holy, and it can be turned in no matter what. And then they're saying that we're putting a cap and we're trying to stop freedom of religion, which makes no sense. So if I was a Mormon or a Catholic or a Jehovah's Witness that read this, I'd be like, that makes no fucking sense. What's wrong with these activists? Like, are they out of their mind? What's wrong with California? Because that's the way that they're framing it. But we're not out of our minds. They're skewing the story, and they're lying to their followers, as they have been from the get-go. I actually sat next to two of them. You can see the clip below in the links, and they wouldn't even look at me. Their hands were shaking. Andrew Rivas is a little bitch, and so is the other guy, the white guy. I don't remember his name, but I said it earlier. They're a bunch of little bitches. But one thing that was a huge bonus, because this bill has been difficult to move forward. We had Senator Jerry Hill back us up. He's like, "You're right. This is disgusting. Let's go full force and let's get this going." What happened was the Catholics mass media spread on their blogs a bunch of BS lying to their members, saying that, not really actually saying what the bill's really about. Because we can't, like, by law, we can't change and control beliefs and doctrines, but we can, by law, control behaviors and the outcomes of that. So like bigamy, Senator Hannah Beth Jackson pointed out that bigamy is illegal. So is certain types of polygamy, and no one has a problem with that. Most modern society's like, yeah, that's not a problem. That shouldn't be a thing. Same with child abuse. So what we're doing is trying to get this passed, and we've run into a small hurdle, which means the bill didn't get enough bills this last week, get enough votes to go forward. So Senator Jerry Hill pulled his support for it, which is normal. Don't freak out. If you're new to politics, this is normal. It's nothing to freak out about. It doesn't mean it was worth his time to push forward any longer. But the good news is that we were just hoping as a group for several things. One, that we would get a good amount of attention. Two, to see who our enemies are, and which is mainly the Catholics, J-Dubs, the same people. And three, this would be a gateway bill, kind of like gateway drug, gateway bill to open up the windows for other things like disfellowshipping, disfellowshipping, excommunication, because it's all abuse. All of that is abusive, and they're taken from manipulation tactics that the government used in the early 1950s and around that era, and earlier when they started working on brainwashing and manipulation. Like, brainwashing in itself, if you think about it, is not a bad thing. Like, if I have a fear of talking in public, which I don't because I was born knocking on doors like a J-Dub, but if you have a fear of that and you brainwash someone to have confidence and then to be like, I'm not afraid of the public, that's a very good thing. But if you're brainwashing people for your own agenda, and that involves child abuse and taking people's money and wasting people's lives, that's all abusive. So we're like, this is abuse, it needs to stop. And then we were even willing to meet the Catholics halfway, but they stopped talking to us. And then they started this mass campaign, and they've won this one little hill battle. I don't even want to say that. But the positive thing is that we can come back next year, and the year after that, and the next year, and the year after that, and the next year, and the year after that year. We're not going to stop. This is a lifelong thing. That's why I want to go down personally leaving a huge legacy in the XJW community as one of the best activists out there with the help of my comrades and you guys and my brothers and sisters, because we're not going out without a fight. This is going to be a long vlog. Big bonus to all of this is that if you're following along this long, you're a real one. Leave a comment down below. You're an OG. That we pissed off Pope Francis. Pope Francis, we pissed him off. He released an article that a friend of mine sent to me like the day after all of this stuff went down on Tuesday, because that's when everything was pulled. Was an article saying that California's crazy, this SB 360 bill is going down, blah, 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 they're nuts. That tells me everything I need to know about Pope Francis. That guy's a fucking cunt. So in the beginning, like when he was like, when all the child abuse stuff was coming out earlier this year, he was like, you know what, all of our priests need to come forward, they need to turn themselves in. I was like, you know what, hey, this dude seems like he has some sense. Like, this is kind of cool, all right, you know, maybe the Catholics picked a good one this year. Nope. So what he's doing is he's doing the same shit that the rest of the they're misconstruing the truth, twisting it their own way, saying us as activists, the CCLA, myself, Scars, that we're all nuts, and we are a little nuts for taking on these multi-billion-dollar corporations. But if we don't do it, who else is going to do it? That tells me everything I need to know about Pope Francis. He's a fucking cunt. He's a fucking liar. So I thought that was really funny. It wasn't even on the agenda of things to do or a life goal to piss off Pope Francis. So I hope you see this, Pope, because you're a dick. And you're probably an abuser just like the rest of them. And you're outwardly trying to, let's protect the children. But in the background, you know, doing your shit. So you're disgusting. And if there is a hell, I hope you burn in hell and get your all the day long. So what we're trying to do is push this bill forward because it's not the end of the world. We were actually aiming for January 2020 to be the date to have this written into law. And that would be like a huge fucking game changer for us and the XJW world and all of religion in general. So those are the updates. And also, oh my God, I have so much to tell you. This weekend is the Tahoe meetup. I will be there again Saturday and Sunday if you're there. I'm actually going to go get my haircut first because that's too much. Anyway, you get the idea. Holy crap. I look like that guy from that 70s show. I will be there this weekend. I would love to hang out and say hello to everyone, get a little bit of a tan, which I'm already getting, and do some extracurricular activities, relax a little bit. You'll get to meet some of us there, some of the activists. That's actually by going to these meetups how I got involved in next level activism, besides just bitching about stuff on a camera, which I find a lot of people do, including myself. And I wanted to go further. I wanted to say, what else can I do? What else can I give back to the people that I came from? Because you are my brothers and sisters still, despite what we've gone through. Again, Instagram, Kameron Fader, follow me there. If you can spare a few dollars, that would mean the world to me. On my GoFundMe link to help me replace and be able to edit. Like, I went to the 2019 memorial on a mission. A lot of people were like, why the fuck would you go to the 2019 mission? Are you fucking crazy? And well, I went on a mission mainly for some research. All I can say is research on child abuse. And the footage will hopefully be seen some point, most of it, not all of it, but most of it, because some of it I can't show, soon. Because last year, but my biggest video is when I went to the memorial. I didn't even know it was going to be a thing. It just blew up. But people seem to be really interested in that. Plus, I want to do some cart stuff because I still have like my little spy cam that I could take and record people. A lot of people have been asking for that and more commentary. So I'm going to make more time. I'm going to try to do vlogs at least 2 days a week on this phone because I can literally just upload to YouTube from Wi-Fi in my apartment because I have really dope-ass Wi-Fi here. If I go to a coffee shop, I'll be there all day. I just said a lot. Brothers and sisters, I love you. I can't wait to see you guys on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Again, Camp Richardson, Site 111. Just show up. Be happy. Obviously, there's going to be people that are still in incognito and fading, so be careful when you take pictures. I've had asked people, be like, I'm just going to vlog everything. Whoa, 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 slow down. We've got people that can't show their face. So just make sure you just do the courtesy, common courtesy, have good communication, and ask, like, hey guys, I'm going to be taking some pictures. These are for my own personal use as memories, or these are going to be seen on media. Do you feel comfortable? And people are going to be like, no. Or they're going to be like, yeah. So I posted a picture of the last. There was only like half the group because the other half wasn't comfortable on Instagram. You see that link down below of the first Apostafest that I went to. Brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. I'm gonna go get my haircut, and I might record bits of it just to show you. And I'll see you there with my iPhone, and we can vlog a little. And oh, this was dope. I gotta show you something. Apartment's a mess right now, but my friend Juan, he's not a Jehovah's Witness. He's not an ex-Jehovah's Witness. He's not religious at all, which is my favorite type of people. But he let me borrow his DSLR for the weekend so I can take some photos of Tahoe, and he's been letting me borrow it, at least for photos, for the Instagram. Again, follow me at Kameron Fader. Say hello, say what's up. So I will have something for pictures. So thank you very much, Juan. You're the shit. Love you, brother. See you, brothers and sisters, this weekend, and I'll give you more updates because there's some really crazy shit that's happening that we're working legally to really help out the exjw community, stuff that's never been done before, including like how to avoid disfellowshipping legally, not just the appeal process, because that's kind of bullshit because they'll DF you anyway. But I'm really excited to talk about that in the next coming weeks. We're doing a lot of research on how we can do that. And if Watchtower sees it, the reason why we hid it for so long is because like if Watchtower sees it, they're just gonna come up with more things. But well, I'm a vlogger. I will update y'all on how to fix that. Love you. See you. Bye.